What's up, movie lovers, and welcome back. Today, we're putting on a very special pair of sunglasses to see the world for what it really is. We're talking about John Carpenter's 1988 sci-fi action classic, They Live. It's the film that gave us one of the greatest one-liners of all time, an alley flight that refuses to end, and a political message so sharp it's more relevant today than ever. But the story of how this low-budget rebel yell got made is just as fascinating as the film itself. We're talking about a pro wrestler turned leading man, a script written under a secret identity, and an iconic line that was completely ad-libbed. So hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell so you don't miss a thing, and get ready to wake up because these are the top 10 deep dive facts you never knew about the making of They Live. Let's get into it. You see them on the street. You watch them on TV. You might even vote for one this fall. You think they're people just like you. You're wrong. Dead wrong. This is the chilling premise of They Live, but the truth behind its creation is just as compelling. Number 1. The most iconic line was ad-libbed by Roddy Piper. That legendary line, "I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum," was not in the script. Roddy Piper, a master of crafting wrestling promos, had a notebook where he collected one-liners he thought he could use in the ring. He had that specific line jotted down, waiting for the right moment. When it came time to shoot the bank scene, Carpenter told him to say something cool. Piper pulled that line from his back pocket, and in one take, he created one of the most quoted lines in action movie history. Number 2. The marathon fight scene was meticulously rehearsed for weeks. The infamous back alley brawl between Nada and Frank, Keith David, which lasts for nearly 6 minutes, is legendary for its length and brutality. This wasn't just random punching. It was a carefully planned rebellion against typical Hollywood fight scenes. Carpenter was tired of movie fights that lasted 30 seconds. He wanted to show two stubborn, desperate men in a realistic, grueling struggle. Piper and David, drawing on Piper's wrestling expertise, rehearsed the fight for over a month. They choreographed it to look ugly and clumsy, hitting each other with padded fists and body blows to make the impact and exhaustion look completely real. Number 3. Carpenter cast a pro wrestler because he needed a real everyman. The studio wanted a bigger star like Kurt Russell, but Carpenter insisted on Roddy Piper. Why? Because Piper wasn't a slick Hollywood actor. He had lived a tough life, being homeless for a time, and he had the world-weary authenticity of a true working-class man. Carpenter felt that a typical action star would look too prepared for the situation. Piper, on the other hand, looked like a genuinely tired, blue-collar guy who'd been pushed too far. His lack of acting polish became his greatest asset, making Nada's disbelief and eventual rage feel completely genuine. Number 4. John Carpenter did triple duty as director, composer, and writer under a pseudonym. As with many of his films, Carpenter was a one-man creative force. He not only directed and composed the iconic bluesy synth score, but he also wrote the screenplay. However, he credited the script to Frank Armitage. This was a nod to one of his favorite authors, H.P. Lovecraft, whose stories often featured characters named Armitage. Carpenter used the pseudonym because he felt that having his name on the film 3 times, director, writer, composer, would seem egotistical and might even alienate some critics. Number 5. The film is based on a much darker, bleaker short story. They Live was adapted from a 1963 short story called 8 O'Clock in the Morning by Ray Nelson. While the core concept of a man discovering aliens via a special signal is the same, the story is far more grim. In the original, the hero, George Nada, realizes the aliens' control is hypnotic. To break the spell for everyone, he gets on stage during a broadcast and reveals the truth before being shot and killed by the aliens at, you guessed it, 8 o'clock in the morning. His story ends in tragic failure, a much darker ending than the film's explosive Pyrrhic victory. Number 6.
The reveal effect was a clever camera trick, not CGI. To create the signature effect of the sunglasses revealing the hidden world, the production used a simple but brilliant practical method. They would first film the scene with the actors in full color. Then, without moving the camera, they would have the alien actors and crew come in, replace the regular props with the black and white subliminal versions, and reshoot the scene entirely in black and white. In editing, they could then perfectly splice the two versions together. The sunglasses themselves were just pops. All the magic was achieved in camera and through clever editing. Number 7. The hidden messages were sharp political satire. The black and white messages revealed by the sunglasses weren't random. They were a direct and blistering attack on the consumer culture and Reaganomics of the 1980s. Carpenter and his team carefully crafted each one. Money simply says, "This is your God." Magazines and advertisements command you to consume, marry and reproduce, and stay asleep. The billboards command obey and no independent thought. It was Carpenter's way of turning a sci-fi B-movie into a powerful piece of social commentary about the widening gap between the rich and the poor. Number 8. The alien design was intentionally unsettling and raw. Carpenter wanted the aliens, or ghouls, to look disturbing. He rejected typical bug-eyed monster designs. His concept was that the aliens weren't wearing masks. We were seeing their true faces, which looked like exposed muscle and sinew with metallic piercing eyes. The design created by artist James Cagle was meant to be raw and biological, as if their skin had been peeled back to reveal the ugly, predatory anatomy. This made them feel more like grotesque parasites than simple invaders. Number 9. The film was made on a shoestring budget of only $3 million. They Live is a prime example of Carpenter's genius for minimalist filmmaking. With the budget of only about $3 million, he had to be incredibly resourceful. He shot on location in economically depressed areas of downtown Los Angeles to give the film its gritty, authentic feel. The low budget also influenced the sparse, moody musical score and the reliance on practical effects over expensive opticals. This financial constraint forced a level of creativity that ultimately became the film's stylistic strength, giving it a raw, street-level energy that a bigger budget might have polished away. And number 10. The final, middle finger ending was Carpenter's ultimate joke. In the film's ending, where Nada, dying, uses his last ounce of strength to destroy the alien satellite and give humanity one final middle finger, is iconic. This was Carpenter's ultimate punchline. Throughout the film, the aliens are the wealthy, elite one-percenters, literally broadcasting their control over the masses. Nada's final act ensures that their privilege is exposed for the whole world to see. Rich alien couples are caught in dead, and news anchors are revealed as ghouls mid-broadcast. It was a darkly comical and defiant ending, a final cynical joke on the ruling class. So there you have it. A film born from a pro wrestler's notebook, a shoestring budget, and a healthy dose of anti-establishment rage. They Live is so much more than an action movie. It's a timeless piece of social commentary that asks us to look a little closer at the world around us. What do you guys think? Is the message of They Live more relevant now than it was in 1988? And what's your favorite moment from the film? Let me know down in the comments below. I read every single one, and I'd love to hear your take on They Live. And hey, if you enjoyed putting on the glasses with us today, do me a favor and smash that like button. It really helps the channel out. And if you haven't already, subscribe and ring the bell so you can be the first to know when we drop our next deep dive. Thanks for hanging out. Now go on, chew some bubblegum or kick some ass. See you in the next video.